Hello and welcome back to another episode of Pro Clubs Weekly. As always, I am your host 8ball, and as always, I'm joined in the commentary box by Domino. Domino, how the devil are you?
Mate, as we always talk about, favourite night of the week, Pro Clubs Weekly week. Let's go. 8ball, talk to us who we've got on the channel today.
Now, that's a very good question. We have Breaking Point eSports, and Domino, for the first time ever, you may have to correct me, is it ESG Gaming?
Yes, that's what I've got down.
That's what Domino's got written down,
That's what I've got
and
down.
that is what we're going with. This is a pre-season game, much like the last game we featured on the channel. It's the games that teams like to use to warm up before their pre-season, if that makes sense. And it's a good opportunity to trial new players, to win a bit of money.
Yeah.
You know, help fund the teams throughout the year. But yeah, it's a good opportunity for teams to feel each other out and just to learn the new game, basically, which we're doing as well, all at the same time.
I mean, to the casual person, the people that never play it, that pick it up once in a while and play it at their mate's house, it's virtually the same game. To us experienced people that play this day in, day out,
Is that me and you?
that's me and all these people playing. You are in and around that area, but that's
Casual.
nice skill there. Good shot, great save.
Saved by Joker.
It's all the nuances, like I said, you need to learn. It's the different type of tackling, the jockeying's different. There's control sprinting on this one. There's no R1 triangle now with a driven through ball. That's now just a manual pass alone. So each player, although it is the same game with similar mechanics, it's a completely different game.
It is. Obviously, we've played it before it's properly come out, so we can confirm. But also, I think you can just tell from the gameplay there are a few new things. It helps keep it fresh, keep it spicy. But largely, I think, you know, judging by the last game we had on the channel, people have just kind of taken back to it. Exactly where they've left off. Good FIFA players are going to be good EAFC players. There's no two ways about it. Falling into that category myself, I can confirm. Domino, just a quick word on this camera angle. What are you saying?
Mate, love it. Massive
It's
fan
quite
of
good,
it.
actually. Yeah.
I'm great in the camera angle. I mean, it's the centre back that's got the camera angle at the minute, but I like how it zooms in certain bits of play and zooms out when the ball goes wider. Tracks the ball quite nicely. Mate, I'm a big fan of this camera angle, and like I said, it's perfect for 11 versus 11. You can see the whole pitch, you can see what everyone's doing, you can see the runs off it. Yeah, big fan. Big fan of it.
Maybe we should ask teams to put this on as a preference from now on, rather than the old co-op camera that we've been so used to over. I was going to say over the years. We've only been doing it for 6
Great ball out
months.
wide. He's got a couple of people in the middle. Good defending.
Just
Swept it
about got away with that one. And it is Breaking Point eSports, who are in the white, cut out by the cameraman Goat to Walshy, Varane, and they just about managed to get away with that and are throwing in their own half. But yeah, again, eSports Gaming, ESG Gaming, sorry, I'm mixing the two teams up, ESG Gaming and Breaking Point eSports, two new teams to the channel, Domino. Difficult to get a grasp on teams at this stage of the league, but we're looking out for players, we're looking out for ballers, as always. And speak of the devil, a really good save, Joker, potential baller here. 2 big saves in the first 20 minutes. It is, I believe it's the knockout stages of this ATB tournament at the moment, Domino, so there must be a winner in this game.
Yep.
And the winner will progress through the knockout stages. Again, it's a 50+ team tournament with money to be won at the end of it. Guys, if you're a casual Pro Clubs player, get involved. There's money to be won. Yeah, on the right-hand side. Hart breaks into the box. Can't be touched. A bit of R1 dribbling there, Domino. Controlled dribbling.
Yeah. Oh.
Naughty tackle. Well, we've missed those. We have missed those.
Absolutely cleaned him out.
Really good football here from breaking point. Nicely done. They don't make too much field possession, I guess, but they look good doing it, so why not?
What I have seen on 2 occasions, though, and this is one thing I'm going to comment.
That's a ball, Domino. That is a
ball. Great touch.
What a first touch.
It was a lucky ricochet, but let's be honest, they deserved from some great build-up play.
Yeah, that ball that whipped across the edge of the box, it could have been tucked away by any 2 of them. And it was that first touch that took the ball away from the defender there, Domino. That's what I want those of you at home to focus on, because if you can pull that off, very, very difficult to defend against that kind of extra push ahead, that first touch. Very difficult to defend against on this FIFA, on this EAFC.
I think it was coming. I think it was coming from breaking point. I think it's been a 50-50 battle in midfield. The best chances have come to breaking point. The keeper's made 2 really good saves. I think it was a matter of time until that goal was coming, but we're very early on with a 3-on-3 situation here. Again, the defender's not scared of making a tackle, I'll tell you that.
Well, that's what we like. I expect nothing less.
What I am not a fan of, though, 8-Ball, and I'm going to be honest with you, and I've seen it on a couple of occasions, the icon that comes above their head when they're either putting a through ball in or a cross, that's a great reverse pass. Great defending. Good cover
there. Did really well.
As you're on the tack here, I'll just finish that point. The cursor comes up sometimes above the head before the pass is played, so you can kind of read it a little bit early on that this is going to be a through ball forward. So I'm not liking the play style come up a little bit early, if I'm honest with you.
No, I do think you can turn it off, and I do think.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of extra settings in this game I've seen compared to FIFA, and not a lot of them make all that much sense. So I think I played maybe the first 7 or 8 games without the actual stamina bar, and this person playing right now doesn't have the stamina bar on, if you noticed.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's only playing in centre half, so I don't think you can go too far wrong, but mine defaulted to not having the stamina bar on. Perhaps this guy is as well. It's only the first week. He's broken through again, and Joker makes his 3rd save of the half.
3rd big save of the half.
Not a bad shift so far. It does keep breaking point at just the 1 goal up, but they do have a chance here with arguably 5 seconds left until that half-time whistle goes. They look content to keep it in the corner, he says, as he swings it in. But Joker, as you would expect, comes and claims it, and just like that, Domino, first 45 minutes has absolutely whizzed by.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great 45 minutes, and it was a good example of, effectively, it's a 50-50 game with one team creating most of the chances. I haven't seen much in their play where one team's been dominant over the other in possession or in passing ability and quality on the ball. It's just those final areas. Breaking point are finding those final balls and are finding those shots. So if you were the ESG coach, 8-Ball, what you saying?
It's almost a bit of dig in, really. It does look like from 45 virtual minutes that Breaking Point are the better team here. I hate to say it, but this is what I mean. It's competitive 11s. Anything can happen. You're still in the game at 1-0. Just don't let yourselves get your heads down. If I was in a team there that kind of got outplayed, the worst thing you can do is think, okay, well, we're gonna get another pace in this half. You're 1-0 down, you're still in the game. Back yourselves, back your teammates, and go for it, and just make sure you stay in the game by hook or by crook.
Yeah, like we were saying, momentum shifts a lot quicker in virtual football than in real life. It could be just a moment of brilliance, it could be a quick skill. You could get a bit of luck, like they did get with the first goal, let's be honest. There was a bit of luck with the ricochet there. So yeah, great advice. You just want to hold and stick in the game when you're not again, firing on all cylinders, and fate might throw you something your way. But same off the first half, really. You've got breaking point coming at you in waves and finding those killer 3 balls, getting to the edge of the box. He's got a man over to the left here. He's decided to go himself, pulls it back, one more over, and as we were talking about staying in the game, they've just put some excellent passes together and come up with an excellent finish.
And that's what good teams do to you. Essentially, they've worked their way into the box, and they're just clinical. They are just they'll put the sword to you, and then they can spend the next however long, 40, 35 minutes, just keeping the ball, just impressing themselves on the game. You said in the first half how nice they look playing out from the back. They're not particularly making so much territory, but you can tell they're ballers. They're a good looking team, and a big tackle by Jokers there. And the game is there for ESG to take it by the scruff of the neck. You do need your big players to step up at times like these. If you're sat in cam, for example, or if you're sat in striker, drop a bit deeper, get your foot on the ball, CDM, get your foot on the ball, and just get some things ticking over. And at the moment, they don't seem to be doing enough of that. And as we've seen a lot of the times in competitive 11s, good ball.
That's a great ball. That's
the hardest thing to do.
Vision.
The hardest thing to do is when you're out of possession and just chasing shadows. It's not fun, and it drains your stamina, and it's just difficult to get 11 of you. Well, it's easier when you've got the ball, essentially. I do genuinely think, especially EAFC 11s, is much easier when you've got the ball, because you kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I do think the best teams are those teams who know what they're doing out of possession.
Yeah, it's always the case. You get that you can tell a well-oiled team by how they do out of possession, but it's a rare attack, let's say that, for ESG. Good turn back. Again, solid defending. I think when you're 1-0 down, do you know what? I'd be screaming at my team. He was there running through, and there was no one there supporting him. You're 2-0 down. You need to get a goal. The ball's gone forward. There was just not enough bodies there committing with him. And at this stage, I think you need to throw caution to the wind.
It's knockout football as well, so it's one of those things where you'll come off the pitch thinking, right, well, if I'm playing in fullback, for example, maybe I could have got up more and supported more. But I do think breaking point it doesn't help that he's running back towards his own goal. It does make it much more difficult to try and get back in the game where you physically can't get the ball off the opposition, and it was a little bit like that in the first half as well, but especially when teams go 2-0 up. Domino, we've seen it before. 2-0 up, they say it's a dangerous lead in real football, but I think in competitive pro clubs, competitive EA clubs, it's a very pretty position to be sat in. And Keane makes the tackle but loses out, and Varane steps in. They can't keep it in, and they'll get a throw in with 15 virtual minutes left, deep in their own half.
We need to talk about some of that sauce in the corner, Abel. A bit of Heinz ketchup in the corner, because I tell you, he was cooking.
Yeah, they have looked good this game, actually. Really, really good. What have they got going forward? This is the main difference, isn't it, Domino?
You see them off the ball. Look at this. Look at the structure, the organisation. Shuffle them into the midfield, not let them go down the wings. They have found a lovely pass there, so well done playing out. But
like you said, there's no one up. There's no one up. Yeah,
it's getting a little bit scrappy. This could benefit them more. Again, it's getting scrappy. ESG is definitely benefiting them more. Good defence.
Flicked on nicely. It's the composure as well, Domino, to be able to put your foot on the ball here, play that 4 or 5 yard pass, and then there's always that out ball as well, and it's a well balanced team. I think if we can get these guys back on the channel come competitive season, I think these guys would be a good watch. And again, it's if you're watching this and you don't know too much about the competitive side of clubs, obviously subscribe. That helps. But yeah, you can go and check them out for yourselves. Get involved.
Oh, it's excellent.
Well cut out.
Ball
But
inside.
again, it just comes straight
Again,
back.
the other ball across there.
Ooh, another new animation. I like that. Good.
Excellent from the keeper.
Yeah.
Really good defending on the line. I tell you what, Breaking Point have played 2 or 3 balls, and we've got the prime position to see where people can make runs. I didn't see 3 of the passes that are on there, and they found the people. And that's what I love about things like that. That's my favourite type of passing, where I'm not seeing it. I don't see the obvious pass, and they've reversed it inside or seen the player running on the outside. Yeah, it's great stuff. And for 3 in one game, unreal.
Yeah. A very strong looking team. It will be very, very interesting to see these guys next season, and to see if they manage to keep some of these players, because at this stage, I'm going to say in the season, this stage, you don't know who's actually going to sign for who. So they could have some ringers in. They could have some players who other teams are looking at as well. They could be trying for, and they could just lose them before the season starts. So it's a very, very much a feeling out process at this point. But that was a cracking game. That was a really one of the best team performances we've seen in a long time, actually. Stretching back to EAFC, to FIFA 23 as well. And yeah, an absolute pleasure. 2 teams. Do not be strangers on the channel.
Absolutely not.
Domino, talk to me about how good it is to be back, my friend.
Oh, April. There's something that hits different. Towards the end of FIFA 23, like we had the Super League, which was all good, and it was a good laugh because, again, you didn't need to be signed to a club. You just turn up and play, which is nice. But there's some era of being back in a competitive feel, a competitive league organisation, games that genuinely mean something for the boys that are playing in it, the organisers, the tournaments, the teams. And this is great. I mean, it gets to get an early look about your pro, because like I said, anyone that's discovered the sweet science of this game at the minute with the different builds or the different play styles, they are lying to you. The real game is not even out yet. Even if you're at level 100, you haven't tried enough of the game to know what is the metas, what are the tools that work the best for each position. So as we go and as we grow into this EAFC, we'll get to know what kind of play styles are the best to use, what positions are best to use, what heights, and that's the thing I'm looking forward to. It's always a growing process, and I'm just excited to go back to the competitive stuff. 8-ball.
Very, very wise words. I was actually intrigued by what you're saying for arguably the first time ever. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more with you, mate. And from a Pro Clubs Weekly point of view as well, as and when those ballers start balling, we will be there with the baller builds as well. So yeah, rest assured. But for now, we are just waiting for. So that's our pre-season done. Next week will be pre-season, and we've got some big things for you. So please do make sure you like. Please make sure you subscribe.
Absolutely.
Turn notifications on as well, because we just chuck them out as and when we do them. No rhyme or reason, but yeah, huge things coming up. Ready for the start of the competitive clubs. I need to stop saying pro clubs. Competitive clubs. First season of EAFC, and we are here for it. We'll bring you all the action as per usual. Domino, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. That is it from me, because yeah, a cracking game, cracking team performance. There's nothing more I can say, so I'll leave you to sign off, and good night from me.
Yeah, 8-ball, you said it great, mate. It's great to be back. Again, we'll bring you all the content that you guys want, the baller builds, the drafts, the creative ideas, and most importantly, put the focus on the 11 vs 11. So yeah, we're excited to be back. We're excited to be cooking again. Guys, stick around. It's going to be great. Take care.
Bye bye.